Oh my goodness, you guys. It's Monday. Okay, are we back? I think we're back. Are we back? Jeez. Okay. Yay. All right. Look at it, everybody's gone. Now it's back down to 13 people. Thanks. Thanks, people. Not people. Thank you, people, for sticking around. That's what. Thank you very much. But thanks, OBS and Windows and all that. I'm still here. Whew. All right. Here we go. Back at it. Goodness, I'm sorry about that. All right. Oh, shake it off. Shake it off. We're good. Today is a technical problem day. Wow. Thank you very much, you guys, for hanging out while we have technical difficulties. Okay. Where were we? Legs. Hey, what's up, Brett? It could be better. I've been having technical difficulties all morning. First of all, it was the Windows Ink thing, and now my machine just crashed. Well, OBS just crashed, so I had to reboot my machine. But we're back now, and it's going to be all good. How are you doing? I'm going to flip these legs upside down because I want them to taper from small to big. All right. Mulligans. Oh, excuse me. Yep, tech issue fun. All right, I'm going to go back to the transpose tool. Gremlins in the machine. You know, Lucky, it's completely fine no matter how you want to do it. It's either way. They both work exactly, not exactly the same. They're both completely viable. And a lot of people, Brett, do you still use the transpose tool? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I still use, or I use the gizmo. Most of the time I use the gizmo. You don't have to. If you're comfortable with the transpose line, use that until you get used to the other one, or maybe you never will. It's completely up to you. To see how what's done. How to crash 1,000 times. No, it's all good, man. But thanks for dropping by. How has your streams been going? So Brett is another streamer on the Pixologic Twitch stream. And Brett is a phenomenal artist, and I hope I'll see him, Brett. I hope I'll see you soon at the ZBrush Summit if you're going to make it. I hope so. Yeah, it depends on the situation. Basically, I only use it for, when I say it, I only use the transpose tool when I'm bending stuff. But I typically use the gizmo anymore these days. Oh, I forgot to turn topological on. Squeeze this down. Also, thanks for joining us, Lucky, in the course. Glad to have you. I'm going to push this whole section out. Oh, and the gizmo to move it? Oh, interesting. To grab things and mask? Yeah, so And these arms need to be longer. Okay. Well, dang it. I hope you can. You can't get the cool chat channel like this thing above me? The restream thing? Yeah, you'll have to bug me. I'll show you. I don't mind. Maybe I'll make a video for all the new streamers. So, let's see. You feel old now that you're picking up 3D after 10 years into 2D? Nah. It's just another tool, man. If you're already a seasoned artist, it will come, well, it should come easy to you. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but it should come easy to you. There are a lot of professional 2D illustrators in that course that they take to it just like that. It's all a matter of, you know, taking your time, getting to learn the tool itself. And once you do, all of your art skills just add on top of that. It's like this. This is a tool. It just kind of helps you do it. But ZBrush is a little trickier to learn than most. So sometimes it takes a little longer to learn it than other things. Especially, it takes a lot longer to learn than a pencil or a, you know. But if you have the chops, it's much easier to get a hold of. The first episode it was flipped, then I just did not show it. Oh, okay. Yeah, totally bug me, Brett. I'll be happy to help you out, man. When do you stream, by the way? Give a shout out. Let them know so they can watch you. Okay. I keep turning to the side because I'm looking for... Oh, I forgot to change. I'm looking for this flow right here. See that right there? That I know he's posed, but I still, even in a T-pose, I like to have that flow happening. Oh, hey, Cinnamon, no worries. No worries at all. I believe there are a ton of wallflowers. For example, 89 people watch and about 5 people chat. So if that gives you any idea. It's the same with my course and my community. It's like I have, I think it's over 600 students now, and you know, like maybe 20 of them are active at any one time. And people are like, how can you manage 600 students? Well, that's why, because they're not all active all at once. That's how I do it. The ebb and flow. A wall fungus? What? You're more like a wall fungus, Harry? Oh, you're streaming every Friday from 1 to 3 Central Time. Should have the 3rd episode up today on the ZBrushLIVE channel. Boom. What do you mean nothing compared to mine? Yeah, like this stick figure guy. It's like, hey, look, I'm a professional ZBrush guy. Brett makes some really, really awesome, high detailed creatures and monsters and things. So good. A fun guy. Oh, we need a rim shot. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, I lost this dude's feet, so I'm gonna bring in the original. This art is originally done by Luigi Lucarelli, by the way, one of my favorite concept artists of all time. We actually did a student challenge in my lessons, or my course, not too long ago. I want to show you guys something with Spotlight, because for ZBrush, anything that's black or solid black is going to disappear. So before the stream, I actually took the time and I put solid black all around him. But his shoes are also solid black. I forgot to crank those up away from black, so that's why they disappeared. But this one, you can kind of see it. Maybe you can't. You can see some of these dots kind of disappearing. And how you adjust that is you can go to this intensity. Here, let me move this over here so you can see it. This is intensity right here. If you click on it, you can click and drag around the wheel, and you can see the intensity of the image going up and down. And if I get too dark, it starts to disappear the black. Can you see the black starting to disappear there? So you kind of crank it up until the black is all back. So the black is back. So then you can go to Paint, hold down Control plus Alt, and click on the background if you want the background to disappear, and just slowly kind of pull it like that. I don't know if you guys knew, if you knew about that, Brett. It's something Ofair showed me, actually. I'll do it again just so you can see it. So if you're on Paint and you hold down Control plus Alt and drag on the background, it'll make the background disappear. And it's kind of like water where it fills up to the line. So I can do it again right here and right here, and it goes away. So all the background is still, well, you can see that it kind of makes this chunky line. That's why sometimes I like to go in and cut it out by hand with black inside Photoshop, because 100% black will go away. So, hey, Moonmix is back. What's up? Anyway, so I'm just going to keep this one and delete this one. You don't ever use Spotlight? Learned something new, yay! Always. Okay, so I'm going to clip the bottom of these legs like this. And you got to be careful, because sometimes when you use clip, it's going to, it essentially, like I described last stream, it will take everything on the faded side of that line and push it. It'll smash it. And you can see how it made these kind of little wafers. See these little wafers right here? And I don't want those wafers, so I'm just going to smooth them out. My smooth is too hot. Okay, I'm going to smooth these down. Well, a lot of people use that reference. What is it? There's another program that a lot of people like to use. And it allows you to float objects on top of whatever you want. I'm trying to remember. Maybe you guys can let me know. Let's see. Away with the family for 2 weeks. Oh, that's what you're talking about, Moonmix. Since there are only 3 people in the chat, one more question. What are other goals one could aim for with ZBrush apart from character modeler? Oh yeah, so there's 3D prop designers. There's actually texturing. So a lot of people use ZBrush to texture with. So to make rocks, all the details on surfaces. You can do any surface detail you can pretty much do inside of ZBrush. And then you can also do rings. There's a streamer on here. His name is Tomas Whittlebach, and he uses ZBrush a ton to make rings and stuff like that. And then there's also collectors like Sideshow Collectibles, that people that make collectibles, and they use ZBrush to do that. So you can do illustration, 3D prints. I mean, most of those are typically characters, jewelry, things like that. There's a ton. There's a ton. Yep, 3D printing. So PureRef, thanks guys. Yeah, PureRef. That's what most people use. But I enjoy using Spotlight because it's inside of ZBrush, and I can kind of hover the images over the top of my models. I know you can do that in PureRef too, but and then I can eyedrop the color from the image. That's the main reason I like to use Spotlight. So. Okay, yep, toys. So once you get to a point like this where your geometry is just kind of all over the place, that's typically when I like to use ZRemesher to redefine my surfaces. So now we have this thing called Remesh by ZRemesher. And what I like to do is I like to hit home on my gizmo and then reset my gizmo using this little circle. And then if I go into gear, you can hit Remesh by ZRemesher. It gives you this box. And then, yeah, it is possible to do more than one image. Absolutely. You can pull in as many as you want. And you can make them as big and small as you want. You can rotate them. You can actually adjust the images. The the hue and the saturation and all that kind of stuff too. So, okay, so I'm gonna, I want symmetry on, and I want to turn this up to about, let's do 4,000, something like that. There we go. And it will remesh and give you equal quads. It might be a little too high. I'm gonna go down to about 2.5. Okay, that's better. Then you always have to hit accept. So you go back into this gear and hit accept. Hey Vinit, how you doing, man? Welcome. You did a ring of a teapot pouring tea. Was it a literal ring, or was it a teapot, or both? Hey Pedro, how's it going? So one thing you need to know with using the Remesh by ZRemesher is it will always turn your symmetry off. So make sure you turn that back on. Really strange, but that's what it does. So I'm actually going to angle my camera down, and I'm going to make kind of a hit it like this. That's where my shoes are going to go. That's awesome, Caitlin. You'll have to show me later. That's cool. Okay. Oh, Moon Mix. Oh, sorry. Yeah, buffering. What are you, on the train or something? Appreciate it. Okay. Let's make the shoes. Sorry we're slow to get going today. Technical difficulties if you are just joining us right now. We've had some fun Monday moments. Okay. Thanks. Well, I think you linked my new page. That's cool. That's my new brush page. I gotta show you guys. I'm working on my site is kind of I'm working on updating the look of it. Let's see. Oh, why is it stuck? It's stuck in between my screens. There we go. Anyway, this is where to get my brushes from. You can just go here and just fill out your info, and it'll take you to the brush download page. So anyway, make sure you click down on this little box. That's how I become whatever it's called. The stinking rules you have to do now. Probably got a million emails about. Oh, you have it up? Okay. Check it out. Yep, those are the same brushes, just different way to get them. Oh, Caitlin, I can see what you're talking about. That's fun. The model I made when I streamed last, yeah, it's here. Let's see. It's right here. This is kind of where she ended up, but I still need to futz with the hair and pose her and render her. So that's where she's at right now. But she turned out okay. Still working on it. Okay. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Nightbot. Nightbot. So it says uptime 17 minutes, but I've been up for longer than that. The reason why is because my OBS crashed, my streamer crashed. So it's been a fun day today. Let's do this. Clipping the shoes. I did some cake toppers once for a wedding. It was a little, whoa, what the world happened with that? I better save this. Doing some weird stuff. Thanks, Vinit. Okay, I just need to try and shape these. I don't know what was going on. Okay. Shaping the shoes. Is it Ashley's fault? Are we going to blame Ash? That sounds like a plan. I didn't know she was back. That's good. That's good. I enjoy watching her streams. So Ashley, otherwise known as A Cubed, is another streamer on here. And she does some crazy cool monsters from her brain. Oh, thanks, Brett. Yeah, that was a super, super fun project. So what Brett's talking about is I did freelance work for Blizzard, and I did a skin for Overwatch. I did for the summer games. I did the baseball Zenyatta skin. Super fun. She'll be back in 2 days. Okay, on the 22nd. Very cool. Hey, Jai John. How's it going? Yep, this is just the T-pose of this guy, and then I'll pose him after the fact. Somebody else asked a question that I missed. Could you ask it again, please? The chat's going pretty good today. It was about like combining these pieces or something. Cinnamon, was that you that did the Bob Ross thing of me? That was kind of funny. Ah. I like Caitlin, you posted an image of your workspace. I thought that was pretty cool. With all your paints and stuff. Kind of jealous, actually. I think I'm going to break down and buy a Form 1 this year, but sounds like we're going to move soon. Not soon. Maybe soon. I don't know. You're out in the shed? Yeah, just sculpted in like real red wax. Dip and Joy, honestly, ArtStation is pretty much it. You can post your stuff on like 3D Total and Polycount and places like that if you want, but they're not like ArtStation where it's a portfolio website for artists. There used to be, but ArtStation kind of replaced what used to be around. So yeah, I would recommend just sticking with ArtStation. I mean, there's always DeviantArt, but that's kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about DeviantArt. I have opinions. Sculpted in ZBrush, print on the form too, molded in silicone, cast in resin. Oh, crazy. Mike Black, thanks for saying it. I wasn't gonna say it, you said it. The end. Oh man. Yeah. How are you, Mike? All right. Okay. Oh, you guys are killing me. All right. Okay, let's check proportions on this guy. Okay, he looks like a little tall. Let's shrink him. Match his height. Okay. His head is, excuse me, geez. His head is way too big. So, going to isolate it and shrink it. Let's mask it. Okay, I can see what's happening here. Let's see where the shoulders are. Oh, mask off those shoes too. Okay, that's better. No, don't say that, Mordekainer. No, do not say it. Yes, Barry, hopefully. We just ignore that, right? Live journal? Was that a thing? Okay, I'm going to bend these arms down just to kind of measure where they're hitting on his thighs, and they're pretty good. You like his stance? Hey, guys. Like his arms are way. That's awesome. All right. So I'm going to put him down, but not down that far. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, 2 days. 2 days is so yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I don't want to see that stuff. Okay. There we go. What time we got? 1:11. Okay, about 45 minutes-ish. I'm going to save it. Okay, let's do... I'm going to shrink these a little to make room for those hands. I'm not going to block out the hands just yet. I'm going to start getting in here on the head and blocking out these pieces. Also, I need to think about what I'm going to combine and what I'm going to leave separate. And I'm still trying to figure that out. The quantity on ArtStation scares the crap out of me. It's inspiring for a bit, then it gets depressing. Yeah, you and me both, man. So the thing you should do on ArtStation is look at trending to see where, you know, there's the good artists and everything, and you can post your stuff and hopefully it shows up on trending. But where you should look is in the new stuff too, and that's kind of deviant artish as well. But the recently uploaded, I think it's called, latest right here. So if you want to not be super intimidated, I know this is dangerous. Yeah, we have some furries and stuff, but trending is just all the amazing stuff, and you know, girls, because girls are popular. So there you go. Look at latest and see if your stuff does okay there. Don't be too intimidated. Even I get intimidated. I should say I get intimidated all the time. I shouldn't say even I, but like it's just crazy to me because I posted that that baseball zenyatta, right, that I did, and it was in trending for maybe the morning of one day, and then it just got buried. See you later. Nice to know you. And that's the Zenyatta on Blizzard. You know, it's Blizzard. So it just kind of went away really fast. Hey, it's Pixelogic. Yay. Yes, they do have a Discord channel. You should go check it out. Lots of different channels in there. Lots of people yapping it up. Hey, what's up, Ma? Michael, hey, I have a question. Are you going to make it? Are you going to make it to the summit? Did I ask you that already? Tell me yes. Okay. Be awesome to see you there, man. I'm going to make his head way skinnier than I have it right now. I want it to kind of start skinny and go to wider at the top. You can't. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I'm sad. Sad. Next year, right? Get that chin. Hey, Vicky, how you doing? Oh, let's see. Pixel, yeah. So Pixelogic, Kingsley, I think you're watching, maybe Kyle. I crashed earlier on, and so I don't know what happens with that, if Facebook picks it back up or what. So I had to stop streaming, reboot my machine, and start streaming again. So it might have unhooked Facebook, but it's still hooked to my chat. I just don't know. I think the stream got killed. I don't know if you can restart that or not. Okay. Very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna get some eyes in here for reference, get that nose in here. See if I can go faster. I lost some time since I crashed earlier. Yeah, Kyle, I'm having Monday technical issues. I was having the Windows Ink issue with tablet services. That was fun. Look at this, completely makes you chase it around. Stop it. I typically like to put the eyeballs into a different group. So I'll hit split unmask points. That way I can actually go to the eyeballs, turn on transparency, and see them inside the head. Then I can kind of start to work the mesh around. He looks so angry. Okay, let's get a nose on there. It's gonna be it's a Pinocchio nose. Actually went and saw a live play recently that was Pinocchio. It's pretty good. They have a new theater here in Utah called the Hale Center Theater. They put on some nice plays. So this nose goes from thin to thick to thin again. And the top of it's straight and the bottom is where it gets thick. So I'm going to straighten it up, but make it flow into the head. Trying to get this. Oh, I don't have it. Come on. Trying to get this flow happening like that. And it's quite thin from the front. Yeah, his fingers. I don't know if I'll get to his fingers today. This will probably be a multi-stream sculpt. Multi-stream, yeah, like a multi-week. That looks like a bird. Ooh, it looks bad. Better unhide that. Oh man. I'll never forget giving a demo at CTN, and I was making a giraffe, and it was very, very phallic looking, and it was horrible because I was on a Mac and I was struggling with the keys. It was just bad. Wasn't good. Wasn't good in front of a lot of people. Kind of like right now, 123 people. Hey. At least I can, you know, hurry and hide it. Ooh, here we go. Monday. Oh, all right, here we go. Mouth. So before we do the mouth, I'm going to put the ear on, and then I'm going to make the mouth interior in a little bit here. So let's do the ear. And this guy's jaw is kind of weird. It's because it wraps all the way around to the back of his neck. It doesn't really exist as, you know, per se. So, hey, what's up, A-Cubed? We were just talking about you. You must have been hearing us. Was your nose itching? All right, let's make ears. Ears, ears. Thank you, Chico. This is just the beginning. It's going to be a while. I guess we got Facebook working again, since Marty's talking to us over on Facebook. Welcome back, Facebook viewers. So what's going on, Ash? I heard that you're going to be streaming again soon. Is this true? Fact or fiction? Ashley's another streamer on this channel. Yeah, you can say you're allergic to me and I won't be offended. Wouldn't be the first. Wednesday night, Ash is back. A-Cubed in the house. Let me make these lower. Oh, Harry, let's see. You've been out of the loop for a little bit, but have you updated any of the workflow videos in your new pipeline in your D3CW? That's kind of hard to say, isn't it? Course yet. I have in a way, but I haven't officially. So what I did is I talked about the workflow in some student feedback sessions. I covered it in like 2 or 3 videos here and there, but officially I'm still trying to get it into the course itself. And I'm kind of spinning my wheels a little bit because, like I've said before, I wish it was just updating the course with, you know, 1 or 2 lessons, but it's going to affect the entire thing. So I'm working through it. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Yeah, who is the mystery Pixelogic poster? Or is it Jaime or Ofair posting his Pixelogic? Don't say it was, because that'll give me a... I'll be all nervous. Okay, let's see. Check proportions. Not bad. See what I'm looking at. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Group decision. Oh, hey, Lawrence, let's see. It's so difficult for me to start with a low poly base. I always pump up the poly count. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You do not. And when I'm detailing, I often want to change the general silhouette. So you'll notice I'm super low resolution. I mean, it's still high resolution if you're talking about traditional box modeling. But this is low resolution inside of ZBrush. You do not want to hit subdivide. You do not want to do a dynamesh. None of that stuff. Stay low, just like this, because, oh, thanks, Kyle. That's crazy. Yeah. Sorry about that. My machine went on the fritz. But you'll want to stay as low as possible for as long as possible. Actually, it's working, Kyle, but I can hit it again. I'll do it again. Let's see. Reconnect. Boom. You say I do. Okay. Hopefully we're back in action. Maybe I'll go a little bit longer today since there were issues. So, Adric, I think this whole torso piece encompasses both the shirt and the pelvis down to the crotch line. So this is the crotch line. So the shirt would probably end right here, as per the concept. So maybe that's what you're seeing. It might be a little bit too long. I could shrink it. I'll figure it out when it comes to pose, I think. But thanks for the suggestion. I think he does have a little bit wide shoulders. The critique. Yeah, you're critiquing. It's like, it reminds me of some, I don't mind though, I don't mind. It's like somebody critiquing a car when it's being bondoed before it's painted. But I don't mind. It all helps. Don't feel bad. All right. I'm so nice. I think I've grown thick-skinned or older. I don't know what I don't know what you call it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine everything together. This part's pretty fun. Maybe not all things though, because I think I might separate the shirt out and the pants out. Yeah, we'll try it. Why not? No worries, Adric. Okay, I'm going to separate these. When I say separate, I just mean put them in their own subtool. Split hidden. And then, because I don't want to combine the shoes with the pants. The pants are going to overlap the shoes. I don't want to combine them. They're going to be their own thing. And same with the pants. It's typically what I tell students, it's anywhere there's a material change. That's where you separate objects. So I think I do want to separate the pelvis from the top of the shirt. So I'm just going to put, this into its own poly group. Yeah, Ashley, you still gonna have that awesome purple hair on your stream? Probably, right? That's a dumb question. If I had hair, I might dye it purple. I don't know. No, I say that because it's really awesome. I like it. Not to make you feel self-conscious. Okay, so now that I've put that in its own poly group, I can separate these legs and this pelvis out to its own thing. Ashley, I am. Are you? Split hidden is what I'm gonna do. You're oh yeah, purple Twitch. Put the logo on the back of your head, Twitch logo. Hey Kareem, because it's not done yet, I'm still working on it, and I still need to render it. I need to render all of my stream characters. This is kind of a practice for me and not really a final result for me. The only ones that are really final are ones like this pirate girl right here, and the cowboy that's riding the dinosaur. That's really close to being final. I'm going to have my friend Steven Anderson 3D print it if I can get there. I need to find some time to actually get there and send that off to him. So I'm hoping he can bring it to the Pixelogic ZBrush Summit this year. So hopefully, and yes, I will definitely be there. But, okay, now I want to separate out these arms and this shirt into its own subtool. Split hidden. Yes, absolutely. Come up and say hi. Nope, everybody does. I appreciate it. I love it. I'm not a super shy person, so feel free. I think I drive my wife crazy sometimes, but she's quite introverted, and I'm not that. I probably embarrass her daily. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now that I have this, I'm going to combine the head first. But before I do that, I'm going to save it. Save it. Okay. Oh, thanks, Kareem. I will eventually. I will eventually. I need to update my my ArtStation for sure. But I just did put up the Zenyatta baseball skin. I couldn't show much of it, unfortunately. They reserve the right to show the work for their internal people. I'm just one of their outsourcers. So they kind of restrict us outsourcers to only posting in-game art. So I could only post screenshots of it. But I think I might want to ask if I can post some video. I think so. I'm just increasing this a little bit, making that little cup in the back. Then I'm actually going to cheat a little bit and bring these edges in. Yeah, I wish I could show wireframes and maps and things like that, but they will not let me. Oh, thanks, Ash. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was a super fun project. It's kind of a dream project for me, even though, you know, the Disney Infinity stuff was fantastic. But the biggest difference between working on Overwatch and working on the Infinity stuff is the textures. So the textures are a lot more detailed for the Overwatch stuff. Even though they're not realistic textures, they are stylized realistic textures. And I learned a lot. Well, figuring that stuff out. So that was really cool. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, the reason I nudged that all over the place is because I'm just kind of working out the shape, and then I'm wanting to, before I combine this, I might as well utilize the loops that are there, right? So I'm going to hide these loops like this. Then I can just hit auto group, and it puts all the islands in their own group. Why didn't it do it for the ear? Oh, I guess it sort of did. No, it didn't work. Oh, I do play Overwatch, actually. Have you gotten to play with your... Yes, and it cost me $30. Oh, man. Because I don't have the time to sit and play it and earn the skin, so I put some money down on loot boxes. But yes, I grabbed it. Lementios, I don't know. I'm not sure how that whole process works. I've never worked internally at Blizzard, so I don't know. Goncalo over on YouTube, I can't say exactly how I did the Overwatch characters, but yeah, I did some in ZBrush and I did some in Photoshop. So, and they use Substance sometimes too. I did a lot of the cloth in ZBrush. So I do texturing. Most of my texturing I like to do in ZBrush because I really like polypaint. I love to see how it works. I love how you can do the gradients and that kind of thing. And then I also like to combine it with Photoshop and Substance as well. So good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, let's get back to what I was trying to do, which I need to hide this loop. Like this, it should make an island. So when I hit auto groups, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, but you'll notice that auto groups doesn't work across symmetry. See how it made everything different colors across symmetry? So what I will do now is I want to hide this and this and put it in its own polygroup, Control W, then unhide these ears. Put them in their own. Now it's all symmetrical again. Now I can use this really cool thing new to 2017, which is called Remesh by Union. I can hit that and check it out. You ever use this, Ash? It's super cool. So if you have all these objects, it will mesh them all together only on the seams, so it won't mess up your geometry of the rest of your objects. Now I can just hit accept. Come on, accept. Now they're all stitched together, but it's not really a workable mesh anymore because it makes triangles all along the edge, but they're combined. Yeah, Dan, it will actually. I could have done mirror. I don't know why I didn't actually. I don't know. Love using it for hands and digits of any kind. Yeah, because it doesn't, unlike Dynamesh will actually stitch your fingers together if they're too close. And doing this remesh by union will keep them apart, and it will only stitch where they're overlapping. Whereas Dynamesh will stitch when they're in the same proximity if they cross over the envelope of the yeah, so Pedro, I'm going to do that next. How do you fix the seams topo to be able to smooth it? You do ZRemesher. Okay, so I'm just going to solo this so you can see it. Go down here to ZRemesh, and I'm going to try using keep groups And I like to crank up adaptive size and curve strength, even though there aren't any curves on here. Then I'm going to keep it at, let's try 4. And then hit ZRemesher, see what happens. It might blow it apart. Yeah, so it does have, sometimes it has issues like this. Because it's trying to keep the groups inside this ear. I might just not, I don't need to keep the groups right now. I'm just kind of showing you what you can do with it. You can turn that down to like 3, try it again. And I can also be using remesh by ZRemesher. This is kind of having some troubles here. So I'm just going to turn off keep groups completely and see what it does. Whoops. Really much cleaner. There we go. But it did get rid of some of this stuff in here. And hey, what's up, Em? How's it going? Emily? Yep, you can just remesh it. Now, I want to try and remesh by ZRemesher. Try the new ZRemesh. That's funny. By Christian Dior. I didn't do symmetry on here. Let me turn on symmetry and go back and hit. Now we have symmetry. Okay. Hey, Oddwano, how are you? Now, I'm going to try something new. It's this, not new to me. I haven't been using it very much, but this ZRemesher guides. We did a whole kind of thing on it last stream. But I'm going to try and put in the face mask here and the eyeball shapes. Instead of Dynamesh, you can use live Boolean, make a Boolean mesh. So yeah, you can. But the difference between remesh by union and live Boolean is live Boolean requires multiple subtools. And for this, I only wanted to merge everything together that was in the same subtool. So you can use the remesh by union, and it's the exact same algorithm that live Boolean uses, but you're not using any Boolean stuff. It just mixes it together and sticks it. And so it's the same thing. Yeah, I use the Boolean stuff all the time. It's awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, so now what I can do is I can kind of draw a mask because I want kind of this eye mask like this, just to encompass my eyes. Then I'm going to try it again down here with the mouth. Whoops. Maybe if I could draw better. I'm just going to kind of make a mouth, place where his mouth will be, and I'm going to try it. Okay, so it sort of worked. It didn't work for the mouth as well. Let me try a bigger circle. Okay. That's better. Okay, so now what I can do is come in here and make new groups out of these things. It's going to look funny for a minute. Oh, no worries, Tench. No worries, Tenchi. That's totally cool. There'll be another one. There'll always be another one. Okay, I can do the whole auto group thing with this. Looks like a kind of a mask. Let's see. Okay. Now I can turn on keep groups if I want. And this is bugging. Too much going on here. Yeah, Dan, you got to get in there. You got to get up in there and like Get used to it. Man, there's so many loops in here. So many loops. Come on, ZRemesher. Don't need to be that crazy. That's true effects, man. All right. Maybe not always. Okay, I'm going to crank this up to 6. And hit keep groups. Okay, why isn't that doing what I want it to do? Try higher. Maybe 8,000. I want it to go dense for a minute. Oh, Ash, you taking off? All right, take care. Sorry, I'm just noodling around with this for a minute. Oh, I'm doing freeze groups instead of keep groups. That's why. Hello. Hello. Not freeze groups. That's completely different. That button should be somewhere else. That's what I want. Gosh. Oh, hey, by the way, I love your Zenyatta skin. I'm going to pay for it if it doesn't drop. I had to pay for it because I don't have time to play that much. Can you give us any background in the brief or what you did to get the skin on point? It's a little different from your usual style. Yes, it is. Potentially all I can really say, since it's proprietary, is most of it is in the texture work. So I did do most of the hard what is it called? Hard surface stuff in Maya. And I did all the cloth and clothing and all that kind of stuff in ZBrush. I kind of did back and forth stuff. And I actually made a custom brush for the baseball. If you see the baseball, here I can show you that. So I made this custom brush right here. And these are the stitches for the baseball. See that? Pretty crazy. That was kind of fun. And let's see what else. But mostly it's in the texture work. And it's the way they work is quite unique to their pipeline. And I'm not going to go into it during the stream, but if you're one of my students, I'm planning on going into it a little bit in my course. And I'm going to teach a similar pipeline, but not the exact pipeline. So, and I'm probably going to use a lot of Substance Painter rather than just Photoshop. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't use density paint that much, Elias. Sometimes I will, like on fingers and things like that, but I typically won't use it as much. I learned this method from Joseph Drust. As far as I saw him do one where he makes the ZRemesh amount, the density, higher, and then use keep groups, and then Lawrence, one of the guys who've been watching me, said, hey, make sure your curve strength is all the way to 100, and then it'll work. And then also turn your adaptive skin, or your adaptive size all the way to 100, so the polys will adapt to those poly groups easier. So that's kind of where I arrived right there. That's how I'm doing that. So yes, it's a little different than my older method, but Zenyatta. Okay, so let's start tweaking this out just a little bit. But before I do that, I'm going to do one more thing where I'm going to try something. I'm going to paint a mask in here. I'm going to paint a mask in the mask. Then I'm going to use what's called edge loop mask border, like this. It'll create that little thing right there. Then I'm going to hit ZRemesher one more time to see what it does. All right, Meeberry, thanks. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, so now what that does is it just kind of keeps the loops. Excuse me, man. Okay, it keeps the loops kind of wrapping around those eyes like that. Oh, okay. Is it trying to... I have a fan going behind me. Maybe the noise gate is a little too strong. So let me know if you can't hear it as well. Okay, now I'm going to use ZModeler to extrude a poly group and push this mouth in. Like this. It'll look kind of funny for a minute. And just smooth out that interior so it's not so square inside there. Looks like he's shouting, ah! My noise gate. Yeah, I do have a noise gate on just because of my fan. Sorry. Just kind of pushing this mouth in. You like my fan? I like your fan. It's the best. Okay, now ZRemesher does not work very well if you have one poly loop that is its own group like this. In fact, let me just show you what it does. It'll probably not look nice. Yeah, see that? It doesn't behave very well. So I'm just going to add that to the mouth interior group. So that's a different group even though it doesn't look like it. Here's ZRemesher. Yep, this is another option. There's so many different ways to do things in ZBrush. And I like this method a little better because it seems like I can control it just a little better. But now I have a long ways to go to close that mouth shut like this. So here we go. Turn topological off. And just kind of sneak it up there, smooth as I go, because the name of the game is to keep things smooth. Now I can turn on topological, turn my range to 3, and then it won't affect the upper lip as much until I get to the corner of the mouth. I believe in you. You can do it. Thanks, Dan. With your support, I'll get there. Looking a little sad. Looking a little like Beaker. True. Okay. Typically, the curve of the mouth is a little tighter than the curve of the skull. I'm going to bring it in, be more narrow, so it's even more like Beaker. Now, when you get to this point where you can't quite close the remaining corners of the mouth like this. Oh, no, keep asking, please. This is Luigi Lucarelli. Sounds like my favorite Italian dish. He's a super cool guy. So what I was going to say is in the corners of the mouth, when you get to that point where you can't quite close it, that's when you get your inflate brush and just kind of finish it off and inflate it together. Like that. Now you can come in and smooth all this out around. Make it look like butter. Okay, so what is the difference between the move brush and the move topology brush? Sounds like a beginning of a joke, but I'll tell you. So the move topology brush, it has a fall off to it. So your regular move brush, I'll turn topological off. Your regular move brush will move everything at the same time, like this. It's all being moved, the upper lip and the lower lip together. If you grab either the Move Topological brush or you grab this topological button, which I've put on my user interface, you can turn that on, and then you can adjust the range. And the range is actually the fall off that it will affect other objects or other meshes. So now when I grab the lower lip, you can see that it doesn't affect the upper lip because it has a topological mask, is what it's called. And you can pull that topological button out of masking. It's under brush. Let's see, if you hold Control on any button, it'll tell you the button path along the bottom of that little pop-up. See, it says it's under Brush, Auto Masking, Topological. So if I go to Brush, Auto Masking, and the button's right there. And this is the range. I pulled both of those out and put them on the user interface. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Rohit, I did that a long time ago. A boy sculpt with a golf hat on, was that concept done by Luigi too? Yes, it was. Actually, that one wasn't a long time ago. I know which one you're talking about. And yeah, Luigi did do that concept. I actually model quite a few of his because they're so good. He's really good at character concepts. Okay, so now that all that's done, I'm going to adjust his eyes. Just put them in the head. I'm going to turn on dynamic subdivision so it smooths them out. Switch back to my head and just start adjusting these eyelids to go around. So you can see how this is not right behind his eyeball. I want the mask to be wrapping around the eye. Like this. So, Lucky, what is that? Sorry, what's the difference between a mask and a topo mask? So, topological masking, it's just one of the many masks that you can do inside of ZBrush. It's just a way that ZBrush handles things. So, masking is like holding down Control and masking on the surface like this. So that's a mask. And topological mask is just, you know, using a brush that doesn't affect the mesh adjacent to it or next to it. If that makes sense. Okay. He's still frowning. I don't want him to be frowning. I want him to be going, So I'm going to actually shorten his mouth a little bit, which will stretch the geometry back here. And you'll notice that I have my polygroups turned on a lot of the time. And the reason why is because the surface flow affects the smoothness of the object so much that I actually want to see what's happening under the surface so I can keep it smooth. So you'll notice if I'm making stuff like this or like this, it's going to mess up the surface of the object. So I want to see what's actually affecting it, you know? No, I looked far from it, I wish. No, I was actually, I had hair back then. I was an 80s kid all the way. And I liked to snowboard and skateboard a lot. So I had my hair dyed blonde and big bangs and yeah. You guys want to see? I don't know if I want to show you. Hold on. Oh, I can't show you. Because because the way I'm logged in as Pixelogic so I can stream to Facebook. So I can't log into my own on the same computer, else I would show you. But I have it in my photos. I'll show you guys next week. Remind me. I'll save it. Dude, I have no hairs. Look at this. No hair. None. None hairs. I lost it when I was 21. Like 22. That's when I started losing my hair. I had no chance. Okay, his mouth is way too high. And his nose is way too high. Okay. Now he looks like a sad clown. Thanks. Yeah, I like my little old man golfer hat. It works. It's kind of my shtick now. Motorcycle crash helmets. Yeah, I did. I actually had a motorcycle when I was a kid. I blamed it on, like, I would dye my hair and stuff, so I blame it on that, not treating it well. I was one of those new waivers. New waivers. Sounds so funny to hear that now, but yep, it's my mom. So my mom's dad, no hair, none, zero. He was a cue ball. Okay, let's turn on dynamic subdivisions. Pinch this. Pretty straight. Furry baked bean. Oh man, that's harsh. That's funny. You know what? I'm going to fill his face with blue. Let's make him blue. And then his shirt, kind of this gray blue color. And his pants. I don't know why I like to get color in there as soon as I do, but I do. I don't feel self-conscious. That's why I showed you guys. I don't care. And the next stream we'll put on his hair and his clothes and all that. I think we got pretty far today. I'll need to combine the pants and the shirt and make his hands, and then we'll pose him up. It'll be a good time. Last night I was like, what am I going to sculpt today? Sometimes you're just like, I'm not feeling it. What am I going to do? And then sometimes that's when you just get on Pinterest and go find something that piques your interest or inspires you in a way. Yeah, old Mr. Freeze without pupils, right? He's all mad too. He's like, I'm gonna freeze you. There we go. So even the slight adjustment to his expression changes his whole outlook on life. Yeah, I typically stream while posing, yeah. The only thing I don't stream, well, not the only thing, but the main thing I don't stream is when I make a game character, or if I'm rendering or 3D printing or stuff like that. I only do the high res when I'm doing a Pixelogic stream, because that's what I use ZBrush for, is the high resolution portion. But I do, I teach an online course, you guys already know. It's called 3D Character Workshop, and that's in there. I do cover all of it. Okay, let's grab this airbrush. I'm just going to put some of this cool funky purple on there. On his cheeks and on his ears. So he looks really cold. On his chin a little bit. Fun. The reason I picked this guy is he's so lanky and he has just really cool shapes, very bendy. Looks like one of those bendy like dolls that you used to play with the wire inside the plastic. Just gonna separate the mouth out a little bit. Okay. I want to adjust these eyes. Maybe I'm gonna see. It's tempting to actually shape the eyes to the shape you want them to be, but it's better to shape the skin around them, around the eyes, to create the shape that you want. So, like, you look at these eyes and you're tempted to go, oh, I need to just squish that sphere to oblivion and not, you know, not have it look that way and have it be not round. It is an oval shape, but it's better to, like I said, it's better to mess with the skin around it. All right, when the doctor suspect. What are you guys talking about? Did I do this Infinity Spider-Man? I did. He was great. He was a lot of fun. What is usually your schedule for streaming characters? I do this every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, would you say Maya 3 Specs or other traditional modeling programs are slowly getting behind the pipe? Yes. They Lamentis, or Lamentios. Yeah, it depends, you know, on what you're trying to do. If I knew ZModeler better, I could probably do more things inside of ZBrush. I like to stay inside of ZBrush because it's so fast and it's a whole different kind of approach to it. So, and I'm comfortable in ZBrush, so I like to be in here. But I've used Maya for, I don't know, 15 some odd years. So, you know, that's kind of my go-to because I'm used to it. So sometimes I'll just go there, and it's nice because they work in conjunction so well with each other, back and forth, and that's actually why I made the ruler file, so I can actually go back and forth easier, because it's the same kind of metrics going back and forth if you keep it in meters. Let's see. What what are you saying so much, monsters? How you doing, Joe? Oh, is your course open for one time a year? I was saving money for it. No, it's like 4 times a year-ish, something like that. I try to do it once every quarter, but I'm kind of playing with the idea of just having it open for anybody to buy whenever. So let's see. Could you have done the Blizzard work solely in ZBrush? No, because their pipeline is so integrated into Maya with all their scripts and things like that. It wouldn't be possible. I have not used Mari, so Dan, I couldn't answer that question faithfully. It was Sculpting, it was awesome. I loved it. It was great. Can you tell me why the masking comes out so jagged? Chris, what are you talking about? It's usually tied to the resolution of your mesh. That's why, like when you're masking an object like this, if I can select it like that, see how it's jagged? It's because my mesh is very low resolution. It looks like that. And you can only mask these little, they're called vertices, these little points in space. So it'll only mask that spot. You can't mask an edge. See that? It won't mask. And you can't mask a face. You can only mask a dot. And that's wherever they cross. So the more crosses you have, the more dots you have, the sharper your mask will be. Okay, what are you up to, Joe? What's going on, man? Are you going to be at the ZBrush Summit? Tell me you are. How you know when to add some value to a 2D concept? I guess it's design knowledge and experience. Yeah, it also depends on how good the concept is to start. If the concept's extremely nice, then you're just going to try and hit it the best you can, and then just with your knowledge of appeal and things like that, you'll inject your own experience and knowledge in on top of that. So it's just it's just something you get used to and learn. ZBrush Summit. It is. I'll tell you the exact dates. I don't know if Kyle's still around. Maybe he can give you some links. The ZBrush Summit. Here we go. It is September 28th through the 30th. I don't know why this stinking thing won't. There we go. There you go. Yep, ZBrush Summit Party. You guys are going. I'm going. I'm actually sponsoring the event. I'm giving away 3 seats to my course during the event. Sometimes they will do breaks. Well, not sometimes. They will do breaks in between presentations. And when they do those breaks, they'll give away prizes from people who have sponsored the event. So, the prizes for that event are 3 seats of my course. And you can only earn them or win them from, I believe, from watching online. So if you're watching online, they'll ask a question and you do Twitter to answer it, and then like the first one to answer it, or first, I don't know exactly how they do it, but that's how you win it. So it's still the other one. Anyway, ZBrush Summit, I'll be there with all my sculpting friends. So I hope you can be there. It's always fantastic. It's like my my yearly holiday. I love it, love it, love it. Let's see. And I'm not doing the Sculpt Off or any workshop or anything this year. I'm just going to be there as just hanging out, enjoying it like with the rest of you. So it'll be nice to be a spectator rather than a presenter this year. So I'm looking forward to that too. Just because of the raffle. Nice. Do you think Sculptris Pro is a good tool to model characters, or would you say Dynamesh is better? The answer to that is neither. Sculptris Pro is great to get your hands wet. So it's very, very nice to mess around with and learn. I actually have a video, a training video on YouTube. If you type Shane Olson Sculptris, you'll find it. It's one I made a long time ago. And it's gotten watched so many times, but I walk you through making a head, but it's not really a production ready tool, kind of like ZBrush Core. ZBrush Core is really fun to use and experiment with. It's kind of the next level. If you're just getting into this and you don't have a lot of money and you just want to try it and see if you're going to like it, Sculptris Pro is free. You can go get that. And then ZBrush Core is only $100. So that's kind of your next step into it. That has all the same kind of navigation and everything that ZBrush has, along with Dynamesh, and you can try painting and things like that. And you can actually 3D print out of there. It's really fun. Then if you decide you want to really get into it and you like it a lot, then you can upgrade to the full version of ZBrush, and you can also take the expense that you paid towards ZBrush Core and put it towards the full version of ZBrush. So did I say, I meant to say ZBrush Core. So ZBrush Core, $100 you can put towards the full version. And there's also a bundle if you don't have a tablet. I think there's a bundle. I'm not sure exactly what it costs now. It used to be $200. I'm not sure if it's still $200. Super good deal. Anyway, it's actually, hold on a sec. Let me show you. It's right here. Ta-da! So this is the Intuos, the one that comes with the tablet. It's this really nice tablet, and you know, for the cost, super nice. Anyway, yeah, I would get into it with that if you're interested. Let's see. I feel it's not fair. Oh, hey Paulo, how you doing? All right. Yep, I gotta go too, Ashley. I'm gonna wrap this up here with no hands. Look, Ma, no hands. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here for today. I went 16 minutes over because I crashed earlier. But thank you very much for stopping by and watching me today. Again, I stream every single Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is noon my time. I'm in Mountain Standard Time. So, and as always, if you want my user interface and my brushes, just head on over to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and you can get those for free. And as long as you sign up for my newsletter, I send out tips and tricks and promotions whenever I'm launching my course, when I open my course for enrollment. And thank you, Pixelogic, again for letting me stream. It's always a pleasure. And thanks you guys for spending your time with me on this fabulous Monday, total case of the Mondays. So anyway, yeah, thanks everybody. Next week, and then yes, I am going to the ZBrush Summit. If you can, try and make it. It's going to be awesome. So it's always a pleasure. Thanks, guys. Hopefully next week we'll have less technical issues. So, oh, all right. Take care, guys. See you later.